Welcome back. Heart disease takes the lives of more mothers, daughters, and sisters than any other disease in this country.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live from a center dedicated to help change that. And Victoria, you're at Heart Path, so what do they do there?
Well, this is a place where people come after they've had a heart episode, whether it be a heart attack or they've had to go through a heart catheterization, other types of processes. This is kind of their recuperative place. But today we're also looking at the ways we can make sure we don't have to end up here as a recuperative patient. Talking here to Patrick Hickey, you actually are the manager of Heart Path. So you spend your time working with the different patients. What is so crucial about this program? And when we're thinking about this, because a lot of people don't realize what the symptoms may be that would put us in a situation of needing your help.
Sure, and not all the patients that come through the program here actually had an event, a heart attack, or open heart surgery. There's a lot of people that come through our WLOS program that have risk factors for heart disease. They have high cholesterol, high blood pressure. They might be a little bit overweight, family history of heart disease.
We were talking about that because it's very strong in my family, and my doctors always tell me I need to make sure that I maintain and watch, like, know my numbers. Watch that cholesterol and stuff.
Correct, and that's what we're looking for. So a physician can make actually a referral to come into the program. They have an opportunity to meet with the dietitians, the nurses, exercise physiologists, so we can all get together and collaborate to have a program specifically designed for that patient to help lower their risk for heart disease.
So here we've got some great ladies who woke up early with us. We've got Rita and Frankie and Dottie here. They're all working out and so on. What are some of the symptoms that maybe they experienced or that women do experience that we write off as something else?
Well, you know, when people talk about heart disease and classic chest pain that's having a heart attack, well, with women it's a little bit different. They could still have those typical signs, but a lot of times they might have indigestion. They might even have pain between their shoulder blades, some of that GI feeling. They think that, well, this is maybe, you know, I ate too much, maybe I just need to take some Tums, and then all of a sudden the next day they come into the emergency room with a big heart attack. So they need to address those symptoms immediately and talk with their family physician or their cardiologist.
Boy, that's great advice right there. If you're not sure about where you stand when it comes to your heart risk, as a woman, just know that we have a tendency, 1 out of every 2 of us is going to experience some sort of heart or cardiac disease in our lifetime. So talk to your doctor, get to know what's going on with your heart, and then you can make some heart healthy strides. Coming up, we're going to talk about some of the exercise programs that all of us can follow. A few things we can do now to make sure we're heart healthy down the road. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
The key to turning around a deadly trend for women starts with one step.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live with some ways we can live heart healthier lives. Good morning, Beck.
Good morning. You know, the simplest thing is to do something. Don't just wonder what you can do. Find out what's possible. I'm here with some really impressive and inspirational folks here. They've been at this since early this morning. We've got Rita and Frankie's back here. We've got Dottie up here. They're doing what we all can do, which is getting active. It's one of the steps that comes into play when we're talking about how we can make sure our hearts are healthy. Now, Julie Shelton actually works with the patients here. You are a certified exercise specialist.
Yes.
So why is it that people kind of stay back or don't get started thinking about their heart healthy aspects in their lives? What are some of the excuses people give you?
Oh, all kind of. My knees hurt. I don't have time. That's a big one.
But it doesn't have to take a lot of time. We were talking about this, right? Mm-hmm. So I find out that I need to be thinking about paying attention to my heart health because, well, I'm a woman and 1 out of every 2 of us, right, is going to face this. What do I need to do to start?
I mean, it would take 10 minutes, 2 minutes. Instead of watching the commercials, get up and stretch, get up and walk around your house, just very quickly. Park a little farther away from where you're going. Very simple. Get up and go take a walk.
So we're not having to become marathon runners. We just have to be active. What are some other things that we can do? Okay, we've got, these are exercise machines that can work for us. Can you give me 2 other things? We've got walking, you just shared, maybe 2 other types of exercise that really can make a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Swimming, biking, it could be inside or outside. There's, we've got Asheville, there's plenty of yoga.
Oh, yoga, that's right, because stress reduction is crucial as well.
Absolutely.
So there are a lot of things we can do, and if you want to find out more of the things that Julie walks the patients like Frankie here through, you can go and find out at our website, WLOS.com. When you get there, we've got more information for you on this. Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to take a look at even a few more things we can do you know, we only get one heart, and we better start taking care of it, because the odds are out there that we're going to need to make sure that we protect it as we go from day to day. It's not that hard to do. I'm going to go take a lap around the room here. See you in a few. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13. Off we go.
Coming off the Super Bowl parties, we all could probably do with this reminder about eating heart healthy.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live from Mission Heart Path, and Vic, we are focusing primarily on women. Why?
Well, because for the past 10 years, the American Heart Association has been hosting Women's Heart Week, and really making sure we understand that women have a very high risk for heart disease. 1 out of every 2 of us will face some element of heart disease in our lifetime. And that includes people like Rita Franks here. You actually suffered a heart attack, what, 9 years ago?
9 years ago, and I've been coming up here ever since. And I feel safe because of the nurses and the doctors downstairs and all.
Because if something were to happen, they're here to help you.
That's
now,
right.
But something did happen. You changed your lifestyle when it came to eating and so on?
Oh, I changed, yes, the way I eat and the exercising that I do.
So you got rid of red meat?
Oh, yes.
Lots of fish?
And that was, yeah, I didn't used to eat fish. I didn't like it. But you learn to like things, and I like it now.
And real quickly, you tell me about the symptoms, because a lot of people think it's that heavy pressure, the left arm hurting, but not for women, right?
I had what I thought was indigestion, and then sharp pains in my shoulders was what it was.
But you thought about it and realized that something wasn't right, and that's important. If you start to have symptoms like that, you really need to take action right away. Now, Patrick Hickey is someone you're going to run into here if you come to the center, and you actually were talking about some of the things that we think of when it comes to food. We were talking about the Super Bowl parties and all the food there. Probably not the healthiest things, but what are some things to keep in mind that we can do? Maybe 3 things we can change in our diet today.
Well, you know, you can't move past the Super Bowl without getting a lot of sodium and great food, and you know, especially Asheville, we're known about good food. But the thing that we have to think about living in Asheville and these great restaurants we have is thinking about sodium. You know, sodium is something that can build up. People that have high blood pressure, which is a silent killer, we have to be really careful of that. So we need to look at portion sizes, and we have to realize, or maybe if you have an opportunity to go online and look at that restaurant and say, where is the sodium there? And maybe take half of it home. I mean, people don't like that.
Leftovers.
Don't like that, but hey, it's a great thing to do, because sodium can catch up with you and, you know, really can make an effect on your blood pressure.
So sodium is a really simple thing that you can do to watch out for. It's hidden in a lot of foods, but you can take the steps to really kind of get a handle on this. And for us gals, it is something we have to get a handle on, because we're the moms, the daughters, the sisters, the caretakers, and we want to keep you around for a while. For more information, go to our website, WLOS.com. We'll click you to more details on how you can have a heart healthy week and beyond. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.